It's Wednesday, May 2nd, 2018. It's time for Eezeey Gamer. We're going to talk a little bit about the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer number 3. That's right, that's how ridiculous this is getting. This is the third trailer, and they actually announced this. This is the third one. We have 3 of these. So, I won't spend the whole time talking about it. I am going to talk about something else, so I'm going to talk about it first. So anybody who just wants to see the reaction can then click off of it after they're done. I don't want anybody saying, you said it was going to all be about the trailer, and you lied. So I watched the trailer. I've watched it a few times. I've watched some of the reaction to the trailer myself. Now, we're still yet to see gameplay, which is people keep saying, oh, this looks like gameplay, this looks like gameplay. Oh, how do we know? We haven't seen it yet. So I wish people would quit saying that it looks like gameplay. I mean, we know what gameplay looks like. Everything that right now looks cinematic. The only thing that I can't tell anything. This is more mysterious. This has me more confused than any of the other trailers. The other 2 trailers, I seem to think I knew what was going to happen. Now I'm more confused. But it seems to me like they are going to do the Grand Theft Auto 5 thing. You are going to play as multiple characters. Definitely Arthur. I think you're going to play as Dutch, maybe, a little bit. And maybe that woman. I don't know if you're going to play as Bill. I really don't know if you're going to play as him. But, of course, they're having rob banks. And, of course, as you remember in Grand Theft Auto 5, you rob the bank, you start out as like Michael, and then you go over to Trevor. You're kind of bouncing around between the two just to kind of show off the mechanic of switching between. I think you're going to do that here. I just wonder if they did it very well in Grand Theft Auto 5. I wonder if they'll even have made it even better for Red Dead Redemption 2. It looks like it feels like Dutch's gang is more of a cult. Because it sounds like, I don't know how Old West gangs worked. I mean, if it works anything like, people are calling it a little bit of a cult, it's probably just a gang. If you think about it, even how gangs are now, you are not allowed to just leave the gang, whether it's the Bloods or the Crips or, some of the hardcore Spanish gangs. You're not just allowed to leave. Usually the only way you can leave these gangs is by burial. That's it. You die, then you can leave the gang. So, it could have been that way in the Old West. I don't know a lot about Old West gangs, but it could have been that way with that gang, where it's like, you don't leave us, unless it's in a casket, or that's it. That's the only way you can leave the gang. Otherwise, you just can't. Now, these cinematic trailers look beautiful. Rockstar knows how to put out a trailer. It's a beautiful trailer. A lot of it, it's just weird because there's a part in the trailer where, Arthur and Dutch are kind of they're kind of inside. And this is where you see a young John Marston. He's got the 2 scars on his face. He's got the scar on his lip right here, in his mustache, and it's a thinner mustache. It almost looks like he's starting it or something. But he definitely looks younger. And you could tell. The 2 scars on the face that have the new stitches and a little scar up here on the nose. He's got a stitch. Why do that unless that's John Marston? There's no reason to do it unless it's John Marston. So I don't know if you're going to play as John Marston. I would probably doubt that. But I think they are going to give kind of a loving nod to the fact that we do know that John Marston was a great character and that everybody liked playing as him. So this is kind of one of those things of, yes, it all ties in together, and here's John Marston. But it kind of looks like in the part where John Marston is in it, he's kind of got it, he's being held in like a headlock, he's got a knife to his throat. And then they go to a shot where it's Arthur and Dutch are kind of inside. Dutch is sitting at a table. Arthur's looking out the window. Dutch is kind of looking out too. you know, it's just one of those things where it's like they're trying to contemplate what they should do next. And I don't know if this is a point. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if this is a point of contention for John Marston in the future, which leads him against Dutch in any kind of a way, or leads him, you know, I don't know. I really don't know. I know at some point he tries to kill Dutch, but not in this trailer. So I don't know if it's one of those things that's like, hey, that's one of our young kids that we're bringing up through the ranks, and we think he's got a lot of promise. Do we want to maybe do something to help him, or are we just going to kind of let what happens happens? So it's one of those things where they're contemplating it. I hope this isn't one of those things where they reveal something stupid where Dutch is talking to Arthur, and Dutch tells Arthur that he's John's father, but he doesn't tell John. That's why John never knows. I don't know. I don't know. I hope that's not the case. But it does look like the girl that's in the trailers, it looks like she's in the gang as well. And the gang looks pretty big size. I mean, it doesn't look like it's a tiny gang. I mean, by some of the shots, it almost looks like there's like 10 to 15 people in this thing. So I'm more confused than I was at the other two trailers. The only thing I know is that on October 26th of 2018, I am definitely pre-ordering this thing. I am going to pre-order it when I find the pre-order bonus that I want. And I'm going to make sure it is sitting on my hard drive so that on October 26th at about midnight, I could just start playing. So it's like the game just, it looks so beautiful. Rockstar Games has crafted such a beautiful world. You know it's going to be fun. Rockstar doesn't misstep too often. So that'll be my reaction to the trailer. I don't really have much else to say other than I'm confused, but there's some pretty cool stuff in there. And I'm not going to put the trailer on here. The trailer is in like a million different places. It's easy to find. It really is. In fact, you're going to find probably even more places that are going to react to the trailer, just like me. I'm part of the crowd. But, so we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the next thing I want to talk about. I do call myself the Eezeey Gamer because I always look for easy games to play. Like I said, I don't have a lot of time. So I just want to play a game and enjoy it and have a great time doing it. I don't want to get good at a game. I don't have that kind of time anymore to, like Dark Souls, I could never play Dark Souls. I don't have that kind of time to just sit there and keep losing the same battle. I don't even want to do that anymore. I did that when I was a kid. I would do the same level over and over and over and over until I got it right. And I would. But I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to play a game and enjoy it and have a good time. So I've been playing, it's an old game. It's not new, but about a month ago, they had a pretty good sale on, they had a really good sale on Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. This has a bunch of the expansions and whatnot, but it was like half price. And a buddy of mine had played it, and he seemed to play it a lot. So I was going, well, you know, I wanted it. I had it on the Xbox 360. I played it for like 10 minutes. And then I think a Forza game came out or something, and I stopped playing it. So I bought it, and I started playing it, and it's amazing. It's a great game. Love it. I mean, if you love Diablo 2, you'll love Diablo 3. But it's an easy game. On its lowest difficulty setting, which is its starting difficulty setting, I'm playing as a necromancer. And I am not a dodge type of a person. I basically just go in. I mean, I got a necromancer. These are not melee characters. And I'm basically just standing in there and hammering away and not dying. I'm not dying at all. Because I have all these helper minions around me that are basically chewing through most of the opponents. And they have things that give me life and everything like that. I'm guessing more skilled people could probably not even get hit, but I haven't died yet in this game. And I am a reckless player, even with a character that does not have a lot of armor points and does not have a lot of strength. I mean, it's a vitality and intelligence character. And that's how you have to build them. And so, but of course, you know, I have a bunch of little minions, like about 8 minions that follow me around, these 8 skeleton warriors, and they wreck stuff. There was a couple times I just kind of stood off to the side and watched them do all the work, and I'm going, I wonder if they could kill that by themselves. And they did. So it's boring. I don't like playing like that, but if you're looking for an easy game that's entertaining, that's just mindless fun, I mean, it is a great dungeon crawler. You pick up tons of loot, and it's not meant to be an incredibly deep, immersive game. It's just meant to be fun, and it is. And if you're looking through something that you can just get through the story and finish the game and beat it, and you could probably beat this game in maybe 10 to 12 hours. It won't take you long. And I'm doing all the little side things that I can, all the little side quests that I get. I'm doing them all, and I explore every inch of the dungeon. I go through every inch of the dungeon and try to explore every part of it. So it's about a 10 to 12 hour game to finish the thing, and then you do the Reaper of Souls expansion, which is probably another 2 or 3 hours. But it's fun. It's a lot of achievements for just, I mean, they pop up after you beat a bunch of stuff, and it's a fun game. So if you're looking for an easy game that's entertaining, just mindless fun, that you can beat in 10 to 12 hours, get it. Wait for it to go on sale. I wouldn't pay $60 for this game because I can beat it in 10 to 12 hours. I can beat it in 10 to 12 hours, so that's not a good thing. But they usually do sales on that game. Usually about once a month you'll get a sale. There was a previous sale that I missed on it, and I caught it on the next month's sale. So it'll probably be coming back around again. Probably, it's not this week, but maybe in a week or two. And I recommend it. I highly recommend getting it. It's a ton of fun. So that's my reaction to the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer. This is me giving you an easy game to play. I've covered news and gaming in the same video. So with all that being said, to the troops, past, present, and future, thanks for the freedom.